Hello,
Yes, Dex?
Nataki.
Yes, Dex?
Would you be kind enough just to play some music? Just give me a second. I can't see good yet. My eyes, the light just hit my eyes in the wrong spot.
Mm.
Okay, Simoti, hi.
Hi, you can see me
Yeah,
now. Wow.
yeah,
How are
yeah.
you?
Sometimes when the light, if I turn funny when the light just hit my eyes. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm just reading up some news here on my profile. Some family member just died.
Oh,
Okay, turn this way and focus, and I'll go back to it later because I can't see. I need to see good first. So, anyway, thank you very much. Again, my name is Tex Manorin, and this is Great Way Financial Group that's on right now. We're talking about money matters. And I hope you enjoyed them. They're supposed to be on Saturday, so I'm not too sure if you were on. I think I was just reading the message and my eyes went too high up
mm.
at the light, and all I
Oh,
can see is white. When it get there, there's nothing else I can see. It's not even cloud. It's just gone solid white, and I have to wait until it come back um, to normal. So it's back.
good. That's
I get
great.
very disoriented when that happens. It feels like when your eyes turn a certain way and the light hit it, it feels like a whole sort of razor blade is just slicing, slicing. So you
Hmm.
just gotta, it's so painful. There's nothing that you can do more than to just kind of try wiping it very soft to see if it's gonna come back, and it's back. So I can see everything here with me. Okay, so I'm good. How was your weekend?
It was very, very wonderful. And I am so excited about the weekend because It was a very, very wonderful time. Spending that about 2 hours. Can you imagine with Mr. John? And we were really, really, grateful for that opportunity, and we were glad that we were able to have that wonderful session, and the vision and that,
Oh, so it was on.
Yes, Mr. John was with us. He was our host, right on the show, and we had a wonderful conversation. I think if anybody has missed that Saturday, they should just go back and go and watch that session. It was really powerful.
I was very busy.
Yeah, it was really very powerful. So thank you so much for that opportunity. We had a wonderful time, and I wanted to reach out to you weekend, but you see, I couldn't do a lot of things because I had to attend to some urgencies, but it was really a wonderful time.
Yes,
Thank you.
And with him, it's he has a lot of information. He
Absolutely.
knows, oh my God, he's just this awesome guy that will tell you he has his vision about Gemfm is such is so powerful and impacting that what he has and for Gemfm, and I thank God that I'm part of that. I'm the Gemfm family to come in and be there with them. It's only God can bring you here.
Agreed.
Nothing you have done could ever bring you here. It's
Absolutely.
not about the knowledge and it's not about what you have, but it's when God ready to promote you, he brings you into this humble abode where sometimes many people take for granted, but it's a place to lift you, to establish you as an individual. And in establishing you as an individual, Gemfm just keep growing and growing and growing and growing.
Absolutely.
We give God thanks for you and all the others that come in and be with us. And then we have his lovely wife, which is my new boss now. So John was my boss. That's my old boss. So that's my past tense. So let him hear
Mr.
me.
John is still the boss. Yeah, I haven't met her before, but
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I've seen a comment from her.
You want to meet this woman. She's such a humble. I mean, I've met humble people before. I've never met anybody on her level of humbleness. She's just there and she assists you in anything that you want. Anything, you just call her and she will make things work for you. She's just an awesome woman.
Glory to God. I'm so
Yeah.
happy to hear that.
Her name
Thank you
is
very much. Yeah.
Louise. Yeah.
All right.
Now we're talking about money matters. Thank you guys for coming in and being in with us. And this is Timothy, and we'll allow him to go right into his show. I'm just the host, but he's the one that talks. He is the host of this show. And so I'm the co-host. I'm just hosting him, opening up and talking so you guys can come in. And I hope you guys were saving that $3.25 from Tim Hortons. So by now you should have more than $15 in your pocket from last Monday to now. So keep saving it, and then call Timothy. When you get to $40, call Timothy. He will tell you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for that wonderful introduction, Ms. Tex Manwaran. As we always said, it's always very a great opportunity to come out and tell people about around so many topics about finance. Information is so very, very important out there, because we have even agreed, that there are some spiritual aspect of that for sure, and there is also a very important aspect, religious aspect of that as well, where we need to continue to seek that knowledge in every aspect of our lives. And one of the key takeaways that we had on Saturday when we had that wonderful session with Mr. John was we had the opportunity to have people, send in there some questions. We missed some calls, and somebody asked some very, very important question on that presentation on Saturday. And one of them, if I remember, is there were some people that were asking the question that, this is my financial status today. I don't even earn that much, I literally find it very difficult to save any money because I don't have enough. Then you ask me to save, you ask me to invest. How should I do that? The first thing is that when you ask us question, you feel heartbroken. Oh my God, it looks like this situation is a very difficult situation, right? It looks like this situation has, it will be very tricky. But guess what? Actually, if we have enough financial knowledge, and that is why we keep telling you that save that $3, save that $5. If we have enough financial knowledge and we talk to the right expert, and that is why we encourage you to come and sit down with us and let's talk, there is always something you can do to change your generation. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say there is something you can do to get yourself rich. I'm not saying that, and I know for sure for the fact that there's something you can do to improve your financial situation. I know that for sure, but I am saying guarantee that there's something that you can do to change the future of your generation. Okay, so what that simply means is that probably my parents, when they were like my age, they didn't have all the opportunity I have, right? They didn't have all the luxury that I have now. But what did they do? They did something. They did exactly what we keep telling everybody to do: sacrifice, save, grow your money. And today it's a different story, right? So that is what people should know. Everything that needs a drastic change in life needs a lot of commitment. We need to commit to a mission. We need to commit to something that worth committing. And one of them is bringing about change into our financial future of ourselves and for our family and for the next generation to come. Texman Warren, you wanted to say something?
I wanted to ask a question because somebody asked me a question. They hear me talking about our finances. It's no, not me. The intimacy. But the question is, if I'm a pensioner and I'm only making $600 or $700 a month, and it's them alone and they don't have no overflow, how can they save? How can they change that situation?
Thank you very much.
Because I heard somebody say once, most poor people, they take loan to buy cars. They take loan to do things, but it does not take loan to make investment. They don't take a loan to invest in themselves or invest in their family or invest in a property. They buy cars.
Okay, absolutely, you are right. So let me answer that question this way. Okay, Lexman Warren, don't forget, we have a foundation of creating of wealth in which that person's situation today, they have retired, for example, don't forget, and they are in that 67, they are financially broke. They are in our red zone, okay, now. And don't forget, in our message, we told you that for you not to be in that red zone, you must plant a tree today, okay? No problem. That tree was not planted 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. We understand that a lot of trees were not planted. Now, what do I need to do to start planting a tree today? Okay. Well, that is what we're saying. One of the ways you can plant a tree today, hopefully, you might be thinking that it's late. It might not be late. It might be in investing in a child, right? It might be in doing something a little bit more, even at your age, that can help you to do a little bit more of that saving and investment, there is always something we can do, honestly, right? But guess what? I may talk from now till tomorrow, but there is very limited to what I can do if I have not met somebody on one-on-one, if we have not looked at a true picture. You might say today, you might say, there are some people, you might say today, honestly, I don't have more than this amount and I don't think I can save. That is the reality. But that person may have something in them that can bring them something in addition to what they are earning today. So that is one of the reasons why it's good to meet, expert and talk to them. There is always something that we can do. Okay. So without further ado, in line of what we are talking about, there was something I wanted to share that I shared with you quickly on the chat as well, that I wanted to say it on this platform, and I wanted to put it out that most of what we talk about every day, every time we come on this platform, they are actually one of the most important issues and topics that anybody that has the opportunity to listen to this platform should take very, very seriously. In fact, I want to say that if you are on this platform and you listen to us and you have the opportunity to listen to these messages, I want to encourage you to set up a time, in non-obligatory time, and just have an independent assessment of your financial well-being. Why am I saying that? We keep talking about statistics today, but history has shown that some people, whether we like it or not, they will be part of the history. They will make part of that history of the bad. The people that we are talking about today that are financially weak, the people that are not saving today. But guess what? Our mission on this platform, on Gemfm, is that we want to liberate as many people as possible. That is the vision of Gemfm. We want to liberate as many people as possible, and that is why we will not stop talking about the most important thing, that we know every Canadian and everybody should know about today. Let me share my screen with you. I know we've talked severally on different topics around inflation, around the economy, around the pandemic. But guess what? Everything is coming together. And it's getting very, very scary. Okay. Texman Warren, can you see this publication by the Royal Bank of Canada?
Yes.
Okay. So in case you are in Canada and you don't know, Royal Bank, and it's a very big bank, but you don't even know that Royal Bank of Canada is the largest bank in Canada. The next bank, if you know the asset under management of the next bank, even after Royal Bank, you will be very surprised because the gap is very, very much there. So Royal Bank of Canada is also one of the largest banks in the world. Okay, as you will already guess that Canada's economy is very strong, and Canada is one of the best countries in the world. Okay, just to let you know. But guess what? We live in one of the best countries in the world today. We live in one of the most civilized countries in the world today. But the topmost financial institution of this country sent out this publication, and it read to us: inflation adds uncertainty for Canadians trying to look past the pandemic and refocus on their financial future. And guess what? You may be thinking, what exactly is the future, is the financial future of Canadians? And if you look at right here, where I've highlighted, it says the impact of inflation on retirement finances, now one of Canadians' top concerns. Just imagine. It then further reads, the RRSP, which is the Registered Retirement Savings Plan, which we talk about on this call, on this show, the retirement savings plan rebound as a financial priority shifts to long-term savings and investment. Do you see something here? The RRSP rebounds as financial priorities shift now to long-term savings and investment. Investors willing to pay fee for the opportunity to get higher return. So we will put this publication into our platforms. Okay, I guess we're going to put it on our different pages, but the message we want to pass across is that by the time you read the whole of this article, you will understand why we keep telling you about saving and investing. Okay, if we continue to sing that saving and investing every second, for the rest of the year, it's more than worth it, because probably one person will understand and they will make a great, difference in the financial future of their family. Okay, so this is one of the articles that, that I've come across in the past week, and is one of the articles that has become one of our motivation, right? To continue to speak to you about the importance of getting more education and the importance of taking more and more action, right? So based on that, I wanted to talk about a different topic for today, but I want to talk a little bit about building a strong financial foundation, and it's just going to be our part one. We want to start looking at step-by-step way we can build a strong financial foundation. Okay, and guess what? We will make it very easy for everyone to follow by going in step, taking this lecture very, very much in, step and in bit. Okay, building a strong financial foundation. A lot of people are very familiar today about building a very strong house or a home that you want to live in. Okay, you want to design it in such a way that it gives the best floor plans. You want to design it in such a way that it looks very beautiful from the outside for anybody that is looking to say this is indeed a great house. You want to make sure that you give it the best finishing, right? We want to make sure that we give it the best paint, the best look. We want to make it glamorous. And that is a house which you and I live today. And how much we attach importance to the house. But my question to you is that, what type of attention are you giving to your financial house? What type of attention are you giving to the financial future house of your children, of your kids? Right? And that is why we want to talk about a number of topics about foundation of your financial future, about building a strong financial foundation. Okay, so this is part one. We will make it very light, go through each and every of what you should know. as an individual so that you can make a better future for your next generation. We want to let you know, as usual, that each time we are coming with this great information to you, they are only intended to give you a general understanding about financial concepts and, how to plan, how to save, how to make more money, and how to understand investment, how to understand how money works, right? We will not specifically tell you about any product or services, even if we have the knowledge, except we have done a financial need analysis that have made us to conclude that that product or service will be suitable for you. So each time we come on this platform, please make sure you take notes, make sure you take appropriate information and understand it, and ask any question if you want. Yeah, if you have any question, feel free to ask us. And the ultimate goal is that we want you to make the right decision after you have, made the right, gotten the right information, right? And we hope that you will succeed in building a strong financial foundation and a strong financial future. What are the motivations? One of the motivation of talking to Canadians about their financial well-being is the fact that the statistics is showing that Canadians are in very serious financial challenges today and in the future when they will be retired. I just show you that article from the Royal Bank of Canada. Is that concerning to you? Yes, it's concerning to you because we want you to make sure that your family is covered. We want you to make sure you take absolute care of your family. Okay? Most of us don't want to wait until we become statistics before we know that we are in trouble, right? 35% of Canadians don't have enough savings and retirement. Do you want to be part of this 35%? Absolutely not. You don't want to be. I don't either want to be there, because the goal is that you should prepare your family for that future by doing what? By making sure that you save and invest in the right vehicles, by making sure that you make your money to work as hard as you make that money today. How and how much of that are you doing today, and how much of education are you looking for every day to be able to achieve those? There are only 27% of private sector workers in Canada that have an employee-funded pension plan. We know a lot of us are not working as an employee. We do our businesses today, or some of us do some form of contract and so on and so forth. You have to be very, very careful, because if you don't take your financial future in your hands and take care of yourself and prepare your family for the future, nobody is going to do that. Nobody at all is going to take charge of your future, but only you. When Canadians save in the registered retirement plan, which I just showed you, that even the banks are already saying that with the inflation rates, the amount you are getting in these vehicles that will not help you to prepare effectively for the future needs to be reassessed. If the bank is saying that, then we need to take cognizance of the fact that even when you save into this account, the average Canadian save $55,000 into the RRSP, right? This amount of money is barely enough, for them to survive for a year or two. So, do you want to be part of this 67% of Canadians that are financially weak at the age of retirement. These people, they have to fend for themselves. These people have to continue to work even when they are supposed to have retired. So what part of the history do you want to be? As I mentioned during the introduction today, it is very ironic that even though we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but we always have money problems. Okay? Most of the Canadians are barely having financial independence. They are not financially free. If you are in Canada today or any part of the world and you have a $1 debt, then you are not financially free. You are not even free. So we work very hard all our lives, but most people retire poor. We do so much to raise our kids, but what do we see them do? They finish college with a lot of debt, a lot of college debt. Debt is looking like a way of life, has become a way of life. Do you want to make a difference in your generation? Then we have to get talking about what we can do to make a difference in our generation. Let's look at our brief learning outcomes for today. What is traditional retirement? How do people plan for retirement today? And what has changed about it? What is financial foundation? A lot of people have asked, how does money work? They have some idea about how money works already. But we want to talk a little bit about financial foundation. What exactly is financial foundation? And guess what? How can you and I start to build some financial foundation? Don't forget, this is just part one of our discussion or presentation for this week. We will be looking at part two on Friday. Okay. Self-security. Self-security is the way a lot of people in the past understand how to build and prepare for retirement. What does this mean? We all know today that in order for you to sit conveniently on a seat, it has to have 3 legs. Okay, so if you see my screen, this is your retirement seat today. Okay, so, and there are 3 legs to this seat. One of them is personal savings, which is how we encourage people today and how traditional institutions encourage you and how we encourage everybody to do. Save money for your retirement, save money. So it's one of the legs, okay? Also, in the traditional retirement, we see companies' pension. People want and wait for their company's pension plan, right? And then the third one is social security. These are the 3 pillars that Canadians rely on today in order to prepare for their retirement. But guess what? These traditional pillars of retirement are now in great doubt. We really doubt that a typical Canadian will be successful in their retirement following these traditional retirement pillars. How does this mean? Number 1, most Canadians today, 30%, statistics shows that 30% of Canadians can handle more than $500 of unexpected expenses without going into debt. And additionally, 28% can't even handle more than $2,000 in expense. So tell me, How much are you saving today? How much can you save? How much can you save before you will save $100,000 with all the bills that you receive today? How much of unexpected expense can you handle as a Canadian? The statistic shows that if you just suddenly go to any Canadian and ask them, you need to spend $500 on your car right now, they can't do it without using their credit card to do that. So, what difference do you want to make in the financial future of your family? Let's look at the company's pension. Today, our traditional companies and most employers today, they are beginning to change and move away from what we call defined benefit plans that provides a non-retirement amount to an employee to what they call defined contribution plans that leave the investment risk with the worker. So simply, those days, when you are working with a good company, we want to all work with a good company. What they do is that they pay what we call defined benefit plans, which they determine how much you're going to get when you retire. But today, most of them are doing defined contribution plan. Your retirement depends on how much or where they invest your money, and the risk lie on you. So what are Canadians doing to change that? Let's talk about Social Security. A lot of people are aware about Social Security, like the Canada Pension Plan, the Old Age Security, Retired Income Supplements. But this is what they do not understand. In Canada today, there are a lot of pressure on the Canadian pension plan because of the aging security. A lot of people are living longer in Canada now. So if you look at the percentage of those people who are living long and who are retired in Canada, it's so large that the amount that the government is using for this Social Security is becoming to create a pressure on them. But anyway, if you decide that you want to take this pension plan, you want to take the government money from the government, as of January 2015, if you were to qualify for a maximum monthly retirement pension at the age of 65, it will be $1,065 per month. Please, can anybody on this call listening to me tell me that $1,065 is enough for their retirement? It's absolutely not. So, what are we talking about? We are now talking about Social Security has become self-security. You cannot guarantee that the government is going to take care of you and I. So what can we do? We have to start looking for how we will protect our family, how we will build a solid financial foundation. So that leads us to financial foundation. What exactly is financial foundation? And what should I know about it? The reason why I'm bringing this topic up very quickly that it came to my mind is because of a lot of people are asking that I don't have money, but still I have to save. I have to build wealth. What should I do? Then we need to understand the foundation, why you should build a financial foundation. Like building a house, I said it, you should start building a solid financial foundation, irrespective of your financial status. Okay, so when you are building a foundation, how do you build it? Is it from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top? We build our foundation from the bottom to the top. So let's look at this solid financial foundation that starts underneath with a proper protection in the event of unexpected events like disability, like health problem, like premature death. We have to have a proper financial foundation that can cover that. You know, I used to tell, people when we get into financial matters and we start talking, and one of the things I ask them is, friend, when is the last time, or when is that time you have seen somebody saving money into their bank account, and you go and ask them and you say, Timothy, what are you saving this money for? And they said, well, I am saving this money just in case I am sick, or just in case I get into an accident. How many times have you seen anybody answer to that? Never. But do we get sick? Absolutely, yes. Is our health guaranteed? No. What is guaranteed in Canada? One of the best and one of the most developed countries in the world. Nothing. Nothing is guaranteed. I think the only thing that is guaranteed is God's love for us. That is the only thing that I know that is guaranteed in this life. So you should build a strong financial foundation that is based on protection. Debt management, reduce your liability and get out of debt, right? If you want to know how you can do that, if you still have credit card debts, if you still have multiple credit card debt, please set up a call. We are not going to recommend any solution to you other than telling you how you should manage your debt. You have to get out of debt. If you don't get out of debt, you can't save, right? You can't save money because you will be struggling to pay the debts. After you are able to reduce your debt and hopefully you are able to pay off your debt, you should set up what we call emergency fund. This is usually setting aside 3 to 6 months of your income to deal with sudden changes in your job or business or pay off foreseen accidents or repair. I just said it. Statistics shows that in Canada, most Canadian, 30% of Canadians cannot go into an more than $500 unexpected expense without using their credit card, for real. So build savings, build some emergency fund. If you have children, if you have a family and you have kids and you don't have this emergency fund, you must be kidding, right? A lot of people, I'm saying it on this call, text my Warren, a lot of people think that Canada has one of the best health system in the world. Is that not true? But my dear and my friends listening to me, please, I pray that cancer will never be your portion. I pray that, stroke will never be your portion. I pray that heart disease will never be your portion in Jesus' name. Then you will know that Canada health system is only best to some certain extent. There is nothing that is guaranteed. So please save for emergency fund. Lastly, on top of our financial foundation is what we all talk about every day. We want to invest. How do I invest? It's a big box. But guess what? You have to start investing in one way or the other. Okay? Somebody will ask, why do I need to invest? Well, the reason is this, is simple. Even if you have millions of dollars, okay, and you spend $1 million, then how much do you have left? $0. Okay? And two, if you save $1 million today, you have $1 million today, and in 2050, you bring out your $1 million from underneath your pillow. How much do you think that $1 million will worth in 2050? So invest, save and invest for long run. A lot of people want to get their money today, right? That is not how it works. Do all these things as soon as possible. Build this foundation as soon as possible. So let's wrap up our presentation. As I promised you, our presentation will be very, very simple. They will be very straightforward on teaching you something that you should start doing today. Building a strong financial foundation, you know what a financial foundation is. How do you build it? I'm going to tell you the 4 ways that you can build a strong financial foundation. And then we will talk about these 4 ways more and more. Each of them is a big topic. Okay, so we're going to talk more and more about it. Number 1, probably somebody wants to guess if you are watching us. Well, the first thing you want to do to build a strong foundation is what? Make money. Are you kidding me? Make as much money as you can. A lot of people think financial education is all about looking for different means of making money and tricks and shortcuts. No, it is not at all. In order for you to build a strong financial foundation, make as much money as you can. Do all the jobs that you can do. Do all the businesses that you can do. After all, statistics shows that an average millionaire in North America actually makes the money in how many ways? In at least 7 different ways. In order for you to say that I am a millionaire, which means that probably every month you make $1 million. Let's say, for example, or every day, or you are a millionaire, then you have 7 different ways of making money. Then what are you and I? What are we doing today? A lot of us are satisfied with their job that we have. One job is great, but can you do more? Make more money. Make as much money as you can. That is the first way or step to building strong financial foundation. Number 2, you may want to guess, what do you do next? Save money. How do you save money? Cut the cost. Pay for only what you need. Right? I used to tell my family, sometimes I have learned from history that sometimes you have the money to do that thing that you wish to do. Then you think about it and you decide that, you see this $10,000, we can decide to go to Las Vegas tomorrow, right? We can decide to go to the Caribbean tomorrow to go and to go to Cuba to go and have the best vacation. But guess what? For this year, it's not for the rest of the life. For this year, let's keep this money and let's invest it. Let's save this money. Please save. The third way of building a strong financial foundation is growing your money. Texman Warren, you know, one of the funny saying that our parents used to tell us when we are young, when, we ask for this, we ask for that, we don't care, right? We ask for 10 things at a time. And I was very good in doing that. Okay. I asked for everything I need in a day. Do you know what they said? They said, my dad would tell me, we say, my friend, money does not grow on trees. Right? So, but I am happy to tell you today that if you have the right financial knowledge, you can grow your money, grow it with time. Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men, said something that is very simple, down to the head. He said, well, the difference between you and I is that I put my money somewhere and I wait for it to grow. Patience. You have to have patience. You have to have knowledge. Do all these things and you will build a strong financial future. Lastly, as we round up, protect your money. Text my Warren. Are you surprised to hear that you need to protect money? Let me give you an example. If you don't protect money, the Canada Revenue Agency is going to take everything away from you, if possible. I'm not saying they want to, but if possible, they will take away from you because the wealth, the more money you have, the more money you make, the more taxes you pay. Protect your money. Okay. A lot of people don't know today, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're going to be talking about, funeral and a lot of things. A lot of people will, and we will be talking about wills. We'll be talking about, all those things we'll be talking about. Text my Warren. A lot of people don't know today that if you die without a will, then somebody will help you to determine how your wealth will be distributed. Okay. So protect your money. Let's sit down with you and show you how you can protect your money. Let's protect our money. Okay, let's build that strong financial strategy that helps you to pass on your wealth to the next generation without losing half of it or all of it at some time. So these are my direct message to you today. Let's do these 4 things. If you can do these 4 things, don't forget 4 things you need to build a strong financial foundation. Number 1 is what? Is you make more money, as much money you want or as you can. Number 2 is for you to save as much as you can. When you are saving, you grow the money. How do you grow the money? You invest, of course. You do a lot of things. You wait. You educate yourself. And lastly, let's protect our money. Finally, as we wrap up this session, unfortunately, financial concept and solution may not be the most exciting subject. A lot of people will agree with me. It's not that exciting. In fact, how will it be exciting? Because you don't even teach it in the 4 corners. Nobody will teach you in the 4 corners of the classroom what it is all about. But guess what? There is a good and a promising future. If with discipline and patience, you can learn and understand all the fundamentals of how money works, of all the financial concepts, and you can build a good financial foundation. And that is what you and I should be doing. Let's build a strong and a solid financial foundation. Finally, financial independence is not a dream. It is a priority. So take absolute control of your future. I am Timothy from Greatway Financial, and you can contact me and my partner at any time for a non-obligatory consultation, and we will help you to see how you can make a difference in your generation. Thank you for your time. And I will give it back to my amazing host, Ms. Tex Mamoran.
Thank you, Timothy. Today's John was speaking about the 40-40 plan. That's 99 is engaged in the 40-40 plan. Because I don't speak financial plans, I don't know what that means. And then he talked about the school of thought and get good education. And talks basically he's talking about investment. 95% of employed people live in a economy. I don't know what he's saying because I don't know money talk. I don't know how to help him in that form because let somebody come back and ask me, so what is the 40-40 rules? I don't have a clue what it is. You ask me what is the 40-40 rules about God? Salvation. You see, that's how good I am. Ask me about the word of God and I'll tell you. Finances, I don't know. I leave it up to the people that is strong. But one day I'll sit with Timothy when I get that chance and talk to him because when I hear him speak, certain thoughts is coming into my head. And usually when thoughts is coming, it's a good thing. So I want to follow up on those thoughts that is coming, especially for this new year. I'm having a lot of thought process going through my head, and I don't want to lose focus of it because you can start with nothing in your hand and become something tomorrow. Do you know that?
Absolutely.
As a hint, I'm
Absolutely.
with finances. Give somebody $500 and say, listen, this is all I have. I don't know. I don't need it. Yeah, and for this month, see what you can do with it. And by the time that I'm ready, it's going to be $1 billion.
Mm, absolutely.
Sheriff is coming on to enhance what he said. That's our boss. There he is.
Hello, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello.
What's the question? Yeah, we here. You could hear us? Could you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
hearing
good. What is the
you.
40-40 plan? And what is the 95%
Okay.
of
Okay.
employment?
Yeah, 95% of employees or people who work are engaged in the 40-40 plan. The 40-40 plan is 40 hours a week for 40 years of their life.
Mm,
That every day. People
Okay.
trading time for money. So what we live in is like we're talking about saving money. And the average carrier, like I said Saturday, that most of us don't have, after you paid all the bills based on your income, very few people have money to save. But the same people will buy a car that can month to operate. Yes, $15,000-$20,000 a year,
mm,
right? And according
They
to
invested
save a
in
year,
depreciation. Okay.
they can depreciate. Imagine paying 5 years for a car, I depreciate
asset. Yeah.
after 5 years.
Mm,
You know, it's not an asset, it's a liability.
correct.
Yes. And
Mm.
so more people engage in that, and they want to live. The reason why they don't have to save because they want to live luxury. But if they save, I think could enjoy the material things in life. You know, so finance is really learning to grow from where you are. Right, with the little you have, you plant a corn seed and get 3 corns. Instead of eating the corn, you plant the seed. You know, so a lot of people eating the seed and not planting the corn, and that's the problem. You know, so
Okay.
really, so people plant, they don't eat. Yeah, and that's what happened to most of us.
Yeah, absolutely. You are absolutely right, sir. And that is why we are
What's
beginning to
that?
educate people about how the traditional way they work, they want to retire, as opposed to how people to start
No.
planning.
But I guys always asking me about those things, though. No, there's other people using the card. So why me alone? They keep asking all the time.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sheriff. We
Yeah.
appreciate your contribution, and it is, it complements exactly what we are educating about our peoples together. People
Right,
want to work 40 hours for 40 years. Then after that, they
Yeah.
expect that the government is going to take
And
care
then
of them. They expect that.
time is when you finish work.
Mm,
After all these years of
because they
years, they keep
invest they put in so much money into the government, like they pay into the RSPs, they pay into the CPP and pension, they pay into other pension. I pay into a lot of pension I would not even get back anything from.
No, there's no guarantees that you'll be getting
Can you
anything.
imagine?
There's no guarantees.
no, it's not. No.
And you're paying to it, and people just sit on home and they enjoy it. And people like me who work and put it in, I would not even get half of what I put in.
Mm.
Wow, no problem.
So
Thank you for coming in. This is the end of the program,
thank you.
so we just gotta close it off here. Do you have anything else to
bless
say?
you. No, I'm good.
Thanks for coming.
All right.
God bless you.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks.
That is Mr. Khalees, the owner of Gemfm, coming in to talk about the 40-40 rules. I did not know and what it meant, and I thank God he come in and clear it up. I don't know much about the financial thing. What I know best is about God and the Word of God. I have to widen that knowledge of mine. It's gonna happen one day. I promise you guys. Anyway, thank you for coming in today.
Text.
That's for 2:30 show. Any answer you have to give, that's for 2:30.
No. I was saying finances. Just talk about money. Jesus talked about investing and management. Jesus talked about it financial and management. Yeah.
I wonder which part. I wonder which part in the Bible that Jesus talked about finance.
Finance. Oh yeah, about money. Invest in it. They want to get 1 talent, 2 talent, and 5 talent.
Yeah.
They're going to invest it, and they aren't going to hide his. Yeah. In Luke chapter.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Bad mind.
The parable of the faithful servant.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
even
you see, I don't I don't do like Paul. As what Jesus says, I just read exactly what is there.
No.
Anyway,
all right.
So, yeah, thank you. So, Texman Warren, with the parable of the faithful servant, giving the coins and they invested it. So definitely, you have to expand your cost as well now. And
listen, what was Jesus said? The word was not Jesus said. The word was, this is the parable.
Yeah.
So don't do that. So listen, I like to take the key word of the Bible. It said Jesus it said this is the parable.
Yeah, bad management. Bad management. Bad managers. Wherever there's no management, there's no growth.
I know.
Exactly. Yep. You're right, sir. All right. Thank you so much, Mr.
All right. Later.
Yeah.
Okay, bye guys.
All right.
Love you.
Bye. Bye. See you guys next. See you guys on Friday at 12 to 1.
All right.
With Greatway Finances. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
See you. Bye.
Hi, Taki. Love you.
I think she should come on. She's gonna wait still. Hold on. She may come on just now.
Love you too, John.
John love Taki. Taki love John. Kiss and kiss and kiss shall be.
And say, see what he doing on company time?
That's my break time. That's my break time. That's my break time. Just chilling.
All right.
All right, later, guys.